Hi, I already recorded this video, but I forgot to turn on my microphone routing, so here I am again. Today I want to have a look at Hélène Vogelsinger's composition Gratitude. I want to analyze a little bit what's happening with the music. I chose this video because in this video we can actually see Hélène's modules. Usually the focus of the video clips she makes is on the atmosphere and the surroundings. I made a mock-up of this track in Ableton myself. It's not an exact copy of what's happening in the song Hélène posted, but it's in the same ballpark, and it's really just there to demonstrate to you how you could do something that sounds like this, because a lot of it relies on having different patterns for arps and melodies that don't follow the 4/4 multiples of 4 structures that we usually get in electronic music. So let's have a listen first to this track, and I'll talk a little bit on top of it, explaining what I'm hearing and what elements come in and out of the mix. This will make it easier afterwards if we have a quick look at my mock-up to relate to Hélène's song. Let's have a listen. So there's already some music, maybe a chord high passed or band passed with a high frequency. Now she brings in an arp. And if you start counting, you'll hear that it doesn't always repeat 4 times. In fact, it never repeats 4 times. The pattern repeats 5 times, sometimes even 6. And this by itself gives any track some kind of ethereal feel, because you don't have that structure that we're so used to. It gives like a dreamy state. There's a synced, I think, ping pong delay. As she's bringing in the singing, I really think she does the singing afterwards, so in post-production, but it's possible that she sampled it on her Morphogene. Now she brought in the bass. The bass follows a 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. My counting was a little bit off, but the bass follows a bar structure. So there's already some syncopation between like your internal beat. I think you always hear some kind of tempo in music, even if there's not a beat. So there's some syncopation between the arps and the inherent beat of the song. Now she brought in a second arp. She's filtering out the first one. This one follows a 4/4 structure. But it's 3 notes long, so there's also some, the pattern of the arp is 3 notes long, and it resets every bar. You'll see later what I mean. Now she's just doing sound design things with the arps, shortening the decays, playing around with the... I think this is an element sound, changing the sound, making it more spiky. And now she's bringing in some kind of stereo. It might be the chords that we heard at the start, but now more low pass filtered, and they sound very wide. It's also possible that it's just the reverb brought up to 11. Sounds like there's some sync going on for this sound. I don't think anything else happens really, except this interesting atmosphere shot here. It's very cinematic. Anyway, let's have a look at what I did here. So first I'll show you the ARP pattern that we hear at the start of the song. Can we... Yeah, I need to open the filter. So if you count these patterns, you'll see that they're 6 steps long. So this also causes some syncopation. But then it's also repeated like these weird numbers 5 times, 6 times. So that's the first ARP pattern. Then let's see if this is the second ARP pattern here. So the second ARP pattern is different. It's a repeating pattern of 3 steps, but it resets every bar. So if you play this together with the first ARP, you will get syncopation that I'm talking about, and maybe syncopation isn't the right word. Please let me know in the comments if it is. Well, let's listen to a little Ableton performance that I did earlier to give shape to the song. I tried to do something similar to Hélène, just to show you that it's not really that hard. You just need to have the right elements to pull this off. So there were some sounds at the start, very high passed. This is like painting your canvas grey instead of painting on a white canvas. It's always nice to have already something there. So now the ARP is coming in. I'm just bringing up the frequency of a low pass filter here. Of course, there's a lot of reverb on these sounds. There's also a synced delay. At some point, Hélène fades in the vocals. So I think I brought those in now as well. But it should happen any minute now. That's just me singing with ample amounts of reverb. And there's this bass. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So now I'm starting to filter out the first ARP and bring in the second one. The benefit of doing this in hardware on a Eurorack system is of course that you have two hands, one to filter out one sound and the other one to filter in the other sound. But since I'm doing this, because I did this as software, I have to alternate between the two. You could of course connect a controller, but I don't have one with knobs. So this is in the same ballpark of how the song is layered, how these sequences interact. I added some drums to this track to get a trip-hop feel. It's just for fun. I think I'll add them soon. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short analysis of Gratitude by Hélène Vogelsinger. Let me know if this type of thing is something you like seeing more of. See you next time. Bye.